Hey guys, it's Kathy. I hope you're doing well. So, I was working tonight and I got into like this little fight with my coworker. Now, when I say I got into a little fight with this coworker, I don't allow drama in the front of the house at all ever because we work in a restaurant and it's hard and we have to work together. We have to. And drama is so easy in a restaurant. And then it's so hard to deal with. I can't stand that waitress. I don't want to work that shift. So I'm working with my coworker and he's pushing my buttons. He's really, really pushing my buttons. He's brand new. He's been serving for like, I don't know, 3 months maybe for his entire life. He's been serving for like he's not even old enough to drink yet. Um, but he keeps telling me how I'm doing my job wrong. He constantly tells me so for example, when he first started, he saw me go out to table 8, 9, and 10 in a row and get their drink order, right? And then I go back, I get all the drinks, put them on my tray, and I deliver them. So he stopped me and he said, "That's very inefficient." He said, "People at table 8 have been waiting that whole time that you went to table 9 and 10 to get their drinks." He said, "You really should only go to one table at a time." So this is what I deal with every shift with him, every single shift with him. Um, uh, but I love him to death. Like as soon as he comes in, I give him a great big hug. He's my nephew, so I can do that. Um, but tonight he really, really, really was pushing my buttons hard, hardcore. So I pushed right back tonight. I said some words to him that he really didn't like. Um, and then I was like, damn, now I have drama in the workplace, which I don't like. And my phone dinged. My phone gave me a little ding, right? I normally don't have my phone on me at work. I'm not one of those servers that sits on their phone all the time, but we have these coupons that we have in Lancaster where to redeem them, people are supposed to open their app and click redeem. Easy. Old people don't do that. Old people print the coupons off of their freaking phones and bring me this piece of paper piece of paper coupon, which for me, I understand. I grew up clipping coupons out of the paper, but it's still annoying as heck. So I have to get my phone out and I have to take a picture of their piece of paper to redeem these stupid freaking coupons. So I have my phone on me and my phone dings. And I look at it because, I'm a human being and my phone just dinged. And there it was, American Courts. American Courts had a live tonight. And I'm like, okay, this is awesome. I'm at work, but American Courts has a live on tonight. So I opened that puppy up and I put my phone, full volume on the counter behind me at the bar. And I can't watch. I can't really hear. I'm running around the whole restaurant. I'm serving, but I walk by my phone at the same moment this other server's walking toward me with a question because he doesn't know something. The computer broke or whatever, and I fixed it. And all I hear in the background is pre-trial. And I'm like, so for me personally, I either can create streams or watch my favorite judges. I can't do both except for Fleischer. I don't have time to watch any of my favorite judges and create a stream at the same time. So what's about to happen tonight is not going to be a normal thing. Um, it's just, you know what? Tonight I did it. I went and I did it. And here we go. Hi, Melissa.
It's alleged that on May 19th, he committed a retail fraud in the 3rd degree. Trying to.
I thought it was May 29th. I'm not going to dispute dates or anything.
May 19th, it says here. I'm trying to actually find it.
It's Judge Middleton, guys.
And I'm not going to contest the charge,
Hi,
Mr.
Judge.
Middleton.
Okay.
Like, I took a smack in the head. You can see the scar.
I can.
With a 5-pound mallet in February. And ever since then, I've had moments where I blacked out and I get these excruciating headaches. Now, I'm not trying to come before the court and use that as an excuse.
Well, you can plead no contest to this if you don't have a memory of it.
No, I'm not. That's what I plan on doing. I plan on pleading no contest. But my thing is that I need to go have a CAT scan done in my head.
Well, I'm going to let you out of jail here in just a bit.
Because, Mr. Middleton, I stand against stealing, and this is the most shameful charge that I've ever got. Like, you've seen me in a period of maturation where I don't break the law anymore. You know what I mean? And I know what the law is. I've studied it for 17 years as the only thing that I had to do to spend my time doing. And you know that. And you know personally that I'm well versed in the law.
Yes.
So I know if I'm breaking it.
By pleading no contest, you don't admit what happened, but you also don't deny what happened, and you would allow or accept that a conviction would enter.
Yeah, and that's basically what I'm doing. I'm going to plead no contender to this charge, so you could enter a conviction.
Well, let me tell you this, and I can also tell Mr. Warner at the same time. You understand that by pleading to this charge, you're giving up your right to have a trial in front of a judge or jury. You already know this, but if you had a trial, you'd have the right to be represented by an attorney. All you got to do is tell me, and I'll give you an attorney.
I know that.
You can also waive it. At a trial, you'd have a right to take the witness stand and testify on your own behalf, but you don't have to because you have a right not to testify. And if you did not wish to testify, the judge or jury cannot hold your silence against you. And you have the right to be presumed innocent unless the state was able to prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. Now, according to this complaint, this happened May 19th at the Sturgis Mini Mart. There's no restitution being requested.
I'm still going to go. I thought I wiped my hands off and reaching I keep $20 on me at all times now. And I honestly thought I threw the 20 on the table. Okay. And Mr. Barnes says in the police report that I didn't have any money on me, which affirms that fact. But I'm going to go pay that bill immediately, Mr. Middleton. I'll do it right after.
$18.30.
I thought it was $19.22.
Well, maybe there's tax. All right. Anyway, less than 20.
And the state trooper who apprehended me on this, she can assert that, she could testify even that I had money in my pocket when I was arrested. I keep a little money on me now because of these moments, man. And what I need to do is quit bullshitting and just go to the hospital and get a CAT scan.
I don't argue with that. Are you still down in Constantine?
Yeah. Yes, I'm down in Constantine now.
Are you still on parole or are you off paper?
Yeah, no, I'm on parole, but my parole agent's aware of it. She never violated. Right. She didn't violate. She hasn't violated yet, even though she does have a hold on me. But she knows that I don't break the law, man. I don't.
Who's your PO?
Alicia Carr. Out of Kalamazoo. I'm currently trying to have my parole transferred back to St. Joe County, Mr. Johnson.
All right. Well, I'm going to give you 13 days credit, 13 days.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. And if I ever come before you again, Mr. Middleton, throw the book at me, man.
Okay.
Because you know that I know the law.
Well,
you know what I mean? Like me and you have had personal conversations before.
Yes.
And you know that I'm smarter than that. And you know that I'm an able-bodied working man.
Yes.
You know? And
it was nothing of consequence. Some cigarettes, candy bars, and a soft drink.
But like I said, I owe that man a debt now. I'm gonna go make sure I get paid his pay. It's a slide. It's what I consider a slide. You got to pay your slides, otherwise you're stuck at the gate answering for stuff that you shouldn't be answering for.
I don't want to disagree with that. I haven't heard that term before. Is that a prison term? You gotta pay your slides?
No, that's something I kind of came up with myself, you know? I mean, I did take it from some of the terminology, you know, like we slid on him, this, that, you gotta pay your slides, man. Otherwise, you're stuck at the gate. That's all there is to it.
Yeah, I'll put that on a bumper sticker. You gotta pay your slides or you're stuck at the gate.
Yeah, you know? You know
All right.
that.
Even
Even if it took for me to go sweep that man's parking lot, man, like I could have paid that bill. And I'm gonna offer that, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Now this carries a $125 minimum fine.
That's fine.
I'm gonna give you
It'll
until
be paid before the
November
month's out.
1st. 24129 S2 shows this as a.
Can you
No
enclose in there a envelope from the court for payment?
Yeah, there you go, right here.
Okay, thank you.
All right, you're good to go, Mr. Whittick. Maybe I won't see you for a while.
Yeah, I can, we can meet under better terms.
Yeah, I'll see you at Myers or something.
I'll see you at Myers or something. I love Judge Middleton. I love how small town he is to everybody.
Very good. You gotta pay your slides or you're stuck at the gate.
Assistant Public Defender Natalie Pate with and on behalf of Mr. Beach, who should be present via Zoom. For the record, Your Honor, I'm surprised he's not here. I've talked to him.
Me too.
I have talked to him several times this week, including this morning when I sent him.
That
Oh,
him?
there he is. Mr. Beach, could you please unmute and state your name for the record?
Next time, change your name. State your name.
Phone's it. Okay, Bobby. Bobby Beach.
All right.
Thank you, Your Honor. My client wishes to set this matter for preliminary exam. Discovery is complete to our knowledge.
People have their witnesses available on the 13th.
I don't know if I can have that done by the 13th.
Gotcha. He's out of custody, so preliminary examination in person without objection will be set August 20th, 2024, 9 a.m. That is before Judge Valvo. Bond will continue.
Thank you, Your Honor. You said August 20th?
Yes,
Thank you, Your Honor.
thank you.
There's a bond violation. Well,
Thank you,
Is there-
Casey Carey.
the report is dated July 31st. This test on the July.
Why'd you miss your test on July 22nd?
What day was June 18th? Because I could have believed I went up there and they said, this is Juneteenth, some type of Black history. They're not even testing the day.
Really? Really? Some kind of?
What do you mean, some kind of? I'm telling you what they told me at the
Some kind of
door.
Black history thing?
I'm out here in the street. I go test every week. I don't miss a beat, and I give y'all $50 a week
Okay,
to test
all
for
right.
marijuana that I
So-
have a marijuana card for.
Mr. Beach?
Okay.
Mr. Beach?
All right, so I'm going to start again. On July 22nd, I'm now out of June.
Thank you, Donald.
July
Thank you.
22nd, I have a report that you missed a test.
I have all my receipts. So I don't miss no tests. So a urine test, I don't miss no tests. I go to all my tests.
Thank you,
I pay
Buzzy.
y'all the money.
Because I can do what I
And
want.
y'all tested me for marijuana. And I have a card for marijuana. So the taxpayers is paying for me to be tested for marijuana.
Mr. Beach?
Okay, so
you're-
we can have this in person. Why don't we deal with this in person? We can do it this afternoon. He available?
I do not know, Your Honor. I have not been able to.
Okay,
Your
3 o'clock this afternoon. We'll set it for a bond hearing. Beautiful. Thank you.
All right,
Here,
Mr.
put
Beach,
that
you
on
need-
my 3 o'clock. I'll see you then. Thank
Mr. Beach,
you.
Please give me a call.
Yeah,
be
you might
here,
want to do
okay?
that. Court calls the case. People versus Leon Odom.
I knew I'd be next. First Assistant Public
That
Defender
kind of
Sweeney
went
and
south fast, didn't it?
written on behalf of Mr. Odom. Mr. Odom, state your name, please.
Oh, Leon Odom. Thank you, sir. What are you doing?
We're requesting a preliminary exam. That's well.
This me?
Yep, if he says I'm done, there's no saving that one. It's over.
Mr. Odom, think we're wasting the taxpayers' money?
Not at all. You're
Oh, okay.
very.
I'm just checking. I'm just
Yeah.
trying to.
That's information. So we're just gonna reset the exam.
So discovery is all complete.
Yes. He doesn't have to be here today. Next court date is when he has to be
She
here.
wasn't here last time, they dismissed
That's right. I got it. Your Honor, we are happily requesting a preliminary exam. We are very appreciative of the court and the taxpayers.
So all discovery is complete?
It is, Your
All
Honor.
right. People would have their witnesses available on the 13th.
That's right.
Preliminary examination in this matter will be set in person August 13th, 2024. 9 a.m. That is before Judge Washington.
I saw what it took, but
Bond will continue.
All right. That's yours. Just call us the Friday before, okay? All right.
Court calls case, people
She's so good.
versus Brandon Bilski.
Look at this.
wow.
All right, well, I think we have Anthony Wilson. Wave your hand, Mr. Wilson. Nope, we don't. Oh, I pulled that out. So we just have Richardson, Taylor. Those are both Mr. Burgelski's. Let's see. Anthony Wilson is in 3 South. Here's 1 North, 1 North, 1 North. Stephen Young. Oh, that's that one. So. As soon as Mr. Rogalski gets back, we'll do these cases, and then they haven't put Mr. Wilson in the booth yet. Looks like he's in 3 South. But Ms. Dorsey Jones, there's someone in the waiting room. All it says is T Porch. Is that an alleged victim that needs to be let in?
Not that I know of, Your Honor.
Okay, well, T Porch doesn't get to come in. I don't know.
Judge, I don't think they're gonna put anyone in 3 South. It looks like, does it look like something in there? Yeah, like a box or something.
Oh, well, you got booth 1 and booth 2.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a bunch of stuff in there.
Let me turn that one on.
So 5 South. That's Mr. Showalter's client. Are you Gabriel Pitts? Wave your hand. You got to wave your hand because everybody's on mute. All right, Mr. Showalter, you ready?
I think she's a victim advocate. I could be wrong though.
Yes, I am ready.
All right, so we don't have Bostic. She's still in Paris enjoying the good life, but we got our excellent substitute here. So this will be position 7. 24 PI 002-981 Gabriel Pitts, 96 days without indictment. There's a $25,000 good bond as of May 22nd for 1 count of aggravated assault. Rah.
8 cycles, 1 conviction from 2015 for violation of Georgia employment security law. And nothing further.
All right, go ahead, Mr. Showalter.
Yes, Gabriel Pitts. He is about 38 years old. If released, he'd be living at his mailing address is 201 Washington Street, Atlanta. He lives out hotels, but they take his mail there at Washington Street. He's been in Atlanta for the past 10 years. He does temp work, warehousing. He has 2 children, a 20-year-old and a 3-year-old. He's got a $25,000 bond on this charge, and I would be asking the court to lower it to $10,000, which might be a bit more within his means. I would also like to add that at the preliminary hearing, there was a lot of information that came out that I argue that shows it was self-defense. Even on the face of the reports and the warrants, you have the complainant trying to stop the police, trying to uncall the police. At the hearing, there was a lot of bloody injuries to my client and a lot of blood in the hotel
Thank you
room
so much,
from
Hope.
my client, including weapons that the complainant used. So if not self-defense, which my office might be arguing in the future, there was a lot of back and forth. And so I would ask the court to consider that, as well as my client's means, to lower the bond to $10,000.
Where exactly will he be living?
I have a social worker to help with that if he does need help with it. When I spoke with him, he told me that the Washington Street shelter accepts his mail. At the time of the arrest, he was living out of a hotel, and he would likely continue doing so.
All right. Go ahead, Ms. Jackson.
Judge, a quick look at the warrants on this case show that the facts are pretty egregious. I understand Mr. Showalter's position about potentially arguing self-defense in the future, but I would just point out that this has gone to a probable cause hearing, and probable cause was found on this aggravated assault. The aggravated assault allegations are violent in nature, and so we would believe that Mr. Pitts remains a danger to the community and a danger to the victim. For that reason, we believe $25,000 is more than appropriate for aggravated assault.
All right. No drugs unless prescribed, no alcohol, no weapons, no replicas of weapons. Stay away from 5021 Old National Highway in College Park. No further contact with, maybe it's Megan or Megan, Meagan, last name Shell. Must supply an address where you'll be living upon release. And you go to wherever you go be living, sir, you gotta have a 24-hour curfew, court, lawyer, medical, and employment. As long as you let everybody know place of employment schedule and the exact location you'll be working. Any contact with the victim, Ms. Dorsey Jones?
Yeah, Arnie. I called multiple times and it says not taking calls at this time.
Okay. So make it a $20,000 good bond. Best of luck to you, sir. You can leave the booth.
It was funny.
Are you Anthony? You can leave the booth, sir. Are you Anthony Wilson? Anybody? No, Anthony Wilson still?
You could leave
Mr.
the booth.
Rogalski, you back? All right. So I'll take Linwood Richardson. All right. This is position 3, 24 PI 003-045, 91 days without indictment. $40,000 good bond as of May the 24th on armed robbery and possession of a firearm or knife during the commission of or attempt to commit certain felonies. Wow.
6 cycles, 2 FTAs, both in 2023. Currently appears to be on probation for 2 separate cases. Theft by receiving stolen property, possession of tools for the first one.
Sally, we're all going to need you in a moment, so don't go nowhere.
Theft by receiving stolen property for the second one. Both sentenced February of 2023. 3 years probation on each case, and nothing further.
All right. Go ahead, Mr. Rogalski.
Yes, Your Honor. Come before you is Mr. Richardson. He is 26 years of age. His address is 6731 Gano Drive, and that's in Atlanta, Georgia, where he's resided for his entire life, Your Honor. He is currently seeking employment. However, he has obtained his GED, so he should have some good employable skills. He also does have 2 children. Your Honor, he has been in for the past 91 days. Well, I understand that because he has a bond, that is not a, argument to lower that bond, but he has spent a lot of time in custody thus far. Those 91 days with a bond he is unable to afford with no indictment in sight. So we would be asking for that bond to be reduced in aggregate to $20,000.
All right, go, Ms. Jackson.
Sorry, Judge.
That's okay.
It appears that Mr. Richardson, along with two other males, went into a gas station and held the clerk at gunpoint so that they could steal alcohol. At the time of his arrest, he did have an active warrant out of another county. It appears from Madam Pretrial's rendition of his criminal history, he just entered a plea to very similar charges in February of this year. And upon release from there, immediately went in and committed an armed robbery and a possession of a firearm. For that reason, the state believes that Mr. Richardson is likely to reoffend, a danger to the community, and a danger to the victims in this case, as they are store clerks who work at a gas station that he knows the location of. Additionally, Mr. Richardson has multiple failures to appears and multiple violations of probations, which indicates that he's a potential flight risk. For that reason, the state would be willing to go to consent to $30,000 on the armed robbery, or will request that the possession of a firearm remain at $5,000.
Ms. Jackson, do you happen to know the co-defendants' names?
I can take a look right now, Judge, while you go through the rest.
Okay. All right. No drugs unless prescribed, no alcohol, no weapons, no replicas of weapons. Stay away from 2111 Campbellton Road Southwest. That's a Chevron gas station. No further contact with the alleged victim, ABERA. Last name is FIRISA. You have a 24-hour curfew. The only reason you leave your house is court, lawyer, medical. Court and lawyer also includes your probation officer if you're on probation. So, Mr. Rogalski, on Odyssey, it shows he has a Riverdale, Clayton County address. Sir, thumbs up or thumbs down? Are you going to live in Fulton County? All right. Yeah, lucky. All right. So you have that 24-hour curfew. That's the only reason you could absolutely leave your house. That no further contact with your co-defendants.
And Judge, it looks like from the warrant, only Mr. Richardson has been arrested at this time.
Okay. Well, no further contact with the alleged co-defendants, if you know who they are. So I got 30,000 and 5,000. Best of luck to you, sir. You can leave the booth. And I got Jacob Taylor. All right. This is position 4, 24 PI 003057. There's a $65,500 good bond as of May the 2nd for possession, manufacture, distribution, sale of marijuana, possession of cocaine with the intent to distribute, possession of a firearm during the commission of a felony, possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, theft by receipt of stolen property, driving expired license, plate, or decal, and driving with suspended or revoked license.
11 cycles.
Welcome back, Thor.
2022 possession of cocaine conviction out of Monroe County. It was a 3 years probation on that case, and then appears to have an open case 18 SC 162432. That's for possession of cocaine with intent to distribute, possession of marijuana with intent to distribute, possession of a controlled substance in Schedule 3, 4, or 5 with intent to distribute, possession of meth, and possession of a firearm in the commission of a felony, and nothing further.
All right. Go ahead, Mr. Rogalski.
Yes, Your Honor. Come before you is Mr. Taylor. He is 40 years of age. His address where he would be residing upon release is 1050 Piedmont Avenue Northeast, and that's apartment 36. He'd be residing there with his brother. Your Honor, he's lived in the metro Atlanta area for the past 20 years or so he is a longtime resident of the state now. He also obtained his GED in 2005 and then graduated from Georgia State in 2010 with degrees in English and journalism. Your Honor, Mr. Taylor has 2 children, 13 and 17 years of age, and we would be asking in this case for a bond not to exceed in total $35,000.
All right. Go ahead, Ms. Jackson.
Judge, Madam Pretrial's rendition of the summary of Mr. Taylor's history shows that he has multiple priors of the same exact violations that are on our calendar today. Multiple sale of drugs with our multiple possession of drugs with intent to distribute, and multiple convictions for having firearms. For that reason, we do believe that Mr. Taylor is likely to reoffend and remains a danger to the community, as he is often found with large amounts of drugs with items that appear to be with the intent to distribute, and firearms. For that reason, the state would consent to a minor decrease in the bond. As to count 1, we would consent to going from 10,000 to 8,000. As to count 2, we would consent to going from 25,000 to 20,000. As to count 3, the state would consent to an $8,000 bond. As to count 4, the state would consent to a $5,000 bond. As to count 5, the theft by receiving stolen property, which was a stolen firearm, the state would consent to a bond of $8,000. And as to the driving on an expired license or license plate, the state would ask that it remains at $250 each.
All right. No drugs unless prescribed, no alcohol, no weapons, no replicas of weapons, no driving, absolutely no driving unless a judge signs an order modifying your bond. So even if you go back, pay your fees to get your license reinstated, absolutely no driving. Also, you're going to have a 24-hour curfew, court, lawyer, and medical. Court, lawyer, and medical. It's the only reason you could leave your house. So I got 8,000, 20,000, 8,000, 5,000, 8,000, and $50 and $250 on the suspended license. 8,000, 20,000, 8,000, 5,000, 8,000, $50, and then $250. Best of luck to you, sir. Thank you, Milton. All right, let's see. Anthony Wilson. Wave your hand, courtroom 3. You, Anthony Wilson? All right, outstanding. Position 6, 24, PI 001-554, 94 days without indictment. I'm not sure. Well, he had a UJR through pretrial.
Nice.
But it was surrendered on May the 1st for theft by receiving stolen property, driving with license suspended or revoked, and failure to maintain change lane. Wow.
56 cycles, open cases, 24 SC 002-855. That's for theft by taking, driving while license suspended or revoked, and 2 counts of fleeing. The second open case is 19 SC 168533.
I took that picture while I was watching what's the nice word? Unsmarter people in chat in Judge Fleischer's courtroom. Give me roll my eyes.
That is for theft by shoplifting, theft by taking, entering auto. Has a 2018 and 2003 conviction for theft by receiving stolen property, a 2016 and 2001 conviction for entering auto, a 2010 conviction for possession of cocaine, and a false imprisonment and kidnapping conviction from 2008, and nothing further.
All right, go ahead, Mr. Dobbs.
Thank you, Judge. If released, Mr. Wilson would reside at the address of record. That's 399 Linden Avenue. That's his mother's address. Mr. Wilson is a lifelong resident of the metro at Atlanta area. Pretty much all his family lives here. I don't believe I heard at least many FTAs from the pretrial report, if any. I don't think there's any indication that Mr. Wilson is a flight risk. Your Honor is correct. There was a UJR with pretrial services on all 3 charges that Mr. Wilson did receive. Pretrial alleges that he did not report and has revoked his bond. These are nonviolent charges. I will ask that Your Honor reinstates the UJR with pretrial services. Mr. Wilson has now been in for over 90 days because of the revocation of his bond. And at this point, if he doesn't report again, that's only going to be to his own detriment. But I'm pretty confident at this point, Mr. Wilson understands what he needs to do to report to pretrial. I think 90 days in Rice Street has probably taught him that. But if Your Honor does not want to reinstate the bond, then I would ask for a bond not to exceed $1,000 on each charge. I don't think there's any indication that he is a flight risk. We all know the main purpose of bond is to ensure Mr. Wilson's presence in court. And these are, like I said, these are nonviolent charges. Not as bad charges as we typically see on night court is what I would posit to the court. So I'm going to ask for a reinstatement. If Your Honor does not agree or want to, then I am asking for $1,000 per charge. Thank you.
All right, go ahead, Ms. Jackson.
Judge, I believe that Madam Pretrial summary of the criminal history speaks for itself. 56 cycles, most of which are similar or relevant to the charges that are on the calendar today. Mr. Wilson has an extreme history of theft, which is exactly what happened in this case. He was caught in a stolen vehicle. I know his attorney said that he doesn't have a history of not appearing. However, the reason that Mr. Wilson has been incarcerated for the last 94 days is based off his failure to appear the last time the court gave him a UJR bond. So the state would not believe that a UJR bond would be appropriate in this case today. For that reason, and because he is likely to reoffend and likely a flight risk, the state would recommend a bond of $10,000 on the theft by receiving stolen property and $500 on the suspended license and $500 on the failure to maintain lane.
All right, no drugs unless prescribed, no alcohol, no weapons, no replicas of weapons. Sir, no driving unless your bond is modified. Absolutely no driving unless your bond is modified. Stay away from 129 North Avenue and no further contact with Davison, Divson, last name Arley. Arley. Like I said, absolutely no driving. I got $3,550. $3,000, $500, and $50. Best of luck to you, sir.
May I please be excused, Judge?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Mr. Rogalski, did you get in touch to see if we could handle Mr. Young?
So I actually did find his case, and I will just handle the case for Mr. Massageddin today.
Okay, let's see. 1 second. Let me look at this one thing. Mr. Curry. Mr. Curry, wave your hand. All right. So, Mr. Curry, your case was indicted today. I think there were a few counts that were indicted, so you still stay in no bond status until they can get in front of the judge that it's been assigned to. Okay? Thank you, sir. All right, now we'll go with Mr. Young, Stephen Young, position 5, 24 PI 000157, 92 days without indictment. There's a $2,500 good bond as of April the 17th on burglary in the second degree and theft by shoplifting.
55 cycles, appears to be on probation for robbery and aggravated assault. 21 SC 1788324. That sentence is from November of 22, 4 years probation. Appears to have an open case for burglary in the second degree, 24 PI 002818. Aggravated assault conviction from 2020. A theft by shoplifting conviction from 2018. A possession of cocaine, criminal attempt to commit a felony, crossing state or county guidelines with weapons conviction 2016. Possession of cocaine conviction 2015. Another possession of cocaine conviction in 2015. Aggravated battery, sale of marijuana and willful obstruction conviction in 2007, and a willful obstruction conviction in 2006, and nothing further.
All right, go ahead, Mr. Rogalski.
Yes, Your Honor. Come before you is Mr. Young. He is 37 years of age. His address is 2530 Pinewood Lane, and that's going to be in Atlanta, Georgia, 30344, where his father would reside. Your Honor, he's lived most of his life in Georgia. He also does have 4 children. He made it to 11th grade in school as well, so I don't see any employment for him here, but he hopefully would be seeking some after. Your Honor, I know he's currently being held on a incredibly low bond here. It's very clear that he cannot make that bond. In a circumstance like this, it's always a difficult bond ask, of course, knowing the amount of cycles, but also knowing, the nature of the charges along with, the indigent status here. So we would be requesting at this time for his bond to be reduced not to exceed $1,000 in aggregate, and we would be asking for it to be the burglary in the second at $750 and the theft by shoplifting at $250. Thank you.
All right, go ahead, Ms. Jackson.
Judge, Mr. Young is 37 years old, as stated, and has incurred 55 arrest cycles, many of which have become convictions, all of which or many of which are very similar to what's on the calendar today. He's already on probation for robbery. He's already got open cases for burglaries. He's got multiple aggravated assaults in his history. The allegations in this warrant alone list a myriad. One might even say a spree of thefts that Mr. Young was going on. And this is all while on probation for robbery and open cases for burglary and aggravated assault. Judge, everything about this case says that Mr. Young is likely to reoffend. Everything about this case says that Mr. Young is a danger to this community. Everything about this case says that Mr. Young is a potential flight risk. Because the defense has filed a motion for reconsideration, the law actually allows for the bond to go up when reconsidered. And I would implore the court to consider raising the bond in this case. $2,500 is not sufficient in this case to ensure that Mr. Young returns to court or that he abides by any of the conditions that this court will impose on him today, as he has not abided by any of the previous conditions by any other court. So for that reason, Judge, we would ask that the theft by shoplifting remain at $2,500 and the burglary in the second go up to $7,500.
All right.
Your Honor, since it is the defense's motion, if we may have the last word.
Sure.
Your Honor, these at the moment are still allegations, of course. And so these are things that are being alleged of Mr. Young, but he is not convicted of, he is not guilty of, and he is most certainly, going to contest going forward, as is his right to do so. So we would be asking most certainly not that the bond get raised, and we would be renewing our ask for it to be lowered. Again, I don't believe there is an amount that he can make, just judging by the bond amount. And of course, I did just pick this case up 5 minutes ago. But what this would indicate to me is that he is most certainly not going to be able to afford many amounts of bond here. And again, I would just like to reiterate, he is still legally innocent on these charges. It is not done with. He is not convicted. He still has the right to contest all of these allegations. And so we just wanted to remind the court of that and ask that this bond, one, not get raised, and two, is lowered. So thank you.
All right. No drugs unless prescribed, no alcohol, no weapons, no replicas of weapons. Stay away from all CVS and Chevron locations. Stay away from 3030 Headland Drive Southwest, and also the Texaco station at 2995 Headland Drive Southwest. You're going to have a 24-hour curfew, sir. Court, lawyer, and medical. You could leave with employment too. You have to supply the name of your employer, proof of employment schedule, and the exact location you'll be working. But you have to provide that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it $2,500, and I'll do it through the sheriff's 10% program at UJR level 2. So through pretrial level 2. So it's 10% program, Mr. Dukes. And you also got to put a pretrial level on that since it's through the 10%. So make it level 2.
Okay, Judge.
All right. Looks like it was an easy night. Didn't say it loudly. That's why it went so simple tonight.
Okay. So for this next 50 minutes, it's the audio in this courtroom is not the best. What makes it worse is the guy on the stand technically speaks English, technically. But Sally Port is here, and Sally can translate because she's already saw this once. And if Chris Burton, if Chris Burton comes in, she's also already seen this once. So they can both help translate. This is Judge King. I wanted to get McConaughey, but McConaughey is not on the bench right now. I wanted to get Webster, but she didn't have any videos up. So I got Judge King. And what this is the second time they're doing this in front of Judge King. I don't know exactly what happened the first time and why they're doing it a second time. If there's more evidence, I don't know. So don't ask me. I can tell you that the guy who's about to take the stand is 18 years old. The defendant is 16 years old, being tried as an adult. I also wanted to tell you that boy and girl mean cocaine and heroin. Boy and girl mean cocaine and heroin, because I know that you guys don't know that because you're good people. You're nice. You're not into that. So you're not going to understand a lot of what the guy on the stand says. But don't worry, because the lawyer tries to figure it out. And then Judge King misses nothing, absolutely nothing. And he shines at the end. So bad audio, drink some rum, you'll get through it. Yeah. Here we go. Get ready, guys. There is some foul language in this, if you can hear it. There is some foul language, and they do drop some words that they probably shouldn't.
Yeah.
Not you, Fletcher. You know what a boy and girl are. I can tell you most of my videos are just demonetized. They just are. They talk about drugs, they talk about alcohol. YouTube doesn't like that. That doesn't mean I don't get money on it. It means the amount of ads I can put on my videos is like a little bit compared to like all of them. So it doesn't matter. It's fine. I hate that I just taught Jasmine boy girl. Go watch Mary Poppins.
Sierra Banks. Yes. Calling case 2457766. People of the state of Michigan versus Jair Banks. And discharged in count 1, homicide, murder, first degree premeditated, juvenile offense. Count 2, homicide, felony murder, juvenile offense. Count 3, assault with intent to murder. Appearances for the rest.
Good morning, Your Honor. My name is James Kehoe. My PIN number is 82812.
Good morning, Your Honor. My name is Ben Gunning. My bar number is P43716, and I represent Mr. Banks.
Tell me your name, sir.
J.R. Banks.
There's a date and time set for our examination. Are we ready to proceed?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
And I believe the people say they have one witness, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Have any preliminary matters before you party witness?
Just a couple, Your Honor. First, I believe for exam purposes only, there's going to be a stipulation as to the identification of the deceased, Mr. Jerry Adams.
So stipulated for exam purposes.
That's correct.
Court received that stipulation.
Second, Your Honor, this time I move for the admission of proposed exhibit number 1, which is the medical examiner's report as it pertains to Mr. Adams.
So stipulated. Court received that stipulation. Admitted.
Also, the witness who's about to get on the stand, apparently the first time he took the stand, he was extremely unruly and swore constantly. And Judge King, had to just stop him. So he was a hard witness. So this time he does better. He does do a little better. Darn it.
Yes.
Sir. Can I just read a portion of that to the record, Your Honor?
Yes.
This is from ME case number 23-15649 by Dr. Wilkman Sung on Tyrese Adams back on December 20th, 2023. It is my opinion that death was caused by multiple gunshot wounds. There were 3 gunshot wounds present on the body, 2 to the head, and 1 to the right shoulder. There was gunpowder stippling noted on the skin surrounding GSW number 1. And then perforating gunshot wound to the head labeled GSW number 1. There was a through and through close range entrance gunshot wound above the left eyebrow with faint gunpowder stippling involving the skin of the left eye, upper left cheek. Wound track proceeded through the left frontal bone, left frontal lobe of the brain, brainstem, right cerebellum, right occipital bone, and ended at an exit wound on the right occipital scalp. Wound track was from front to back, left to right, and downward. Perforating gunshot wound to the face, GSW number 2. There was a grazed gunshot wound around midline of the inferior tip of the nose. Wound track continued into the right upper lip, fractured multiple teeth, and ended as a tangential exit gunshot wound on the right angle of the mouth. The wound track was from front to back, left to right, and downward. The deformed bullet jacket fragment was recovered from within the mouth and retained. Perforating gunshot wound to the right shoulder, labeled GSW number 3. There was a through and through entrance gunshot wound on the anterior right deltoid. Wound track proceeded through the soft tissue on the right upper arm and ended at an exit wound on the posterior right deltoid. The wound track was from front to back, slightly left to right, and slightly downward. The deformed bullet.
Where is the posterior right deltoid?
Bullet jacket fragment was recovered from within the right shoulder and retained. The manner of death is homicide, and that was signed by Dr. Sung on February 15th of this year, 2022. And Your Honor, I have no further preliminary matters.
Okay, call you.
At this time, we call Tyrell Adams. So
Tyrell Adams is the brother of the deceased.
I guess, Judge, I should ask for a mutual word of sequestration with the exception of the officer in charge.
Ladies and gentlemen in the audience, if you are a witness or potential witness, I'm ordering you to step into the hallway as present on the circuit. Give your hand to the young lady seated there. Give her your hand and start.
Thank you.
Please raise your right hand, sir. You swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God. Can't hear you. Yeah. Thank you. Please have a seat there. Speaking to that microphone, that your left that has the white on. Thank you.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right.
You're ready.
All right. Thank you. Mr. Adams, could you just state your name for the record, please, sir? Tyrell Adams. Thank you, sir. I'm going to draw your attention back to December 20th, 2023 at the address of 14958 Lavin Street, okay? Okay. What were you doing at that location? It was in a house. What kind of house was it? It was a trap house. Okay, what were you doing at the trap house? It was in there chilling. I'm sorry? It was in there chilling. You were in there chilling? Were you doing anything else besides chilling there? No, nothing else. Were you selling that day? You said what I'm selling? Yes. No. What about boy and girl? I mean, yeah, but there was in me. Okay, was someone there selling with you? Yeah. Who was that? My brother. Okay, and what was your brother's name? Tyrese Adams. Okay. When that day starts, who all's with you at the Lavin Street address? It was me, Rick, Sleeve, Love. Before the incident, I want to talk about that, but before the incident, who's there? Oh, remember no swearing, remember? No swearing, right? Yeah, right. Okay, so who was there before the incident happened? It was just me, my brother, and Rick. Okay. And how do you know Risk? I knew him because he was around. How long have you seen Risk around? I'm gonna say for a year. For about a year? Yeah. And you say he's around. What do you guys do when Risk is around? He was just sitting around trying to get some money. Okay, when you say sitting around trying to get money, was he there at the house with you? Yeah. Anywhere else that you and Risk and your brother would hang out? Nah, my brother didn't even know. Okay, so no, my brother. Okay, so you knew Risk from hanging around on Lavin? Yeah. Okay, silly question, but what city is Lavin Street in? Detroit. And you referred to Risk and you kind of nodded your head to him. Do you see Risk in the courtroom today? Yeah. Well, hold on. So at the time of this incident, did you know Risk's real name? JR. And do you see JR in the courtroom? Yeah, right over there. So you're pointing to your right. Could you just identify an article of clothing that he's wearing and say where he's seated in the courtroom? He's wearing a blue sweater. And he over there next to the attorney. Your Honor, may the record reflect that implication of the defendant in this matter? So noted. So at first, you indicated that it's you, Risk, and your brother. Is that fair? Right. Okay. What happens next? While we here, it was a 300 parked outside, like across the street. Okay. Could you tell who was in the 300? No, I didn't know till they came out.
Jazzy, no, Jazzy.
So there's a 300 parked across the street, and then what happens next? Well, they will, the 300, hold on. Cause I'm getting mixed up. My brother, when the 300 was outside, my brother opened up the door for Risk. Okay, I'll stop you there. Let's make sure we get the timeline right, okay? So first, it's just you and your brother, correct? Right. And then you said that your brother opens the door. Right, that's what the end of the question here. Okay, who comes in the front door? Risk. Does anyone come in with Risk at this point? Nah. Okay. So at this point, it's you, your brother, and Risk, fair?
Right.
For about how long is it just the three of you in the house?
Well, I'm saying we in there for like 5 minutes, 6.
Okay. What are you guys doing for those 5-6 minutes?
Yeah, we just got, we in there chilling. First coming there, when he came in, he just got to send some bull with him.
Okay, without swearing.
No swearing.
What did he say without swearing?
Well, I object, Your Honor. I mean, if I watched the preliminary examination before, and I know the issues the prosecutor's trying to address, but if there were words said by parties there, I think those words should be testified to, not his interpretation of it.
I was just trying to cut down the swearing, Judge, but I'll get the direct quote. That's fine. I think it's right. Yeah, I mean, it's okay if he says if they swore. That's okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Tell exactly what.
No, I understand the concern, you know, from watching or reading the last exam.
Thank you. So, what did he say exactly, Mr. Adams? And you can swear.
All right, I'm asking like why you here? He's saying like we just riding through, and I just told him go up here type thing.
Okay. After you have this exchange with Risk, what happens next?
Now I just tell him he got to dig. I'll let him back out. Sleeve the low trying to come in.
So hold on. So you said he tried to go back out?
Yeah, I told him he got to go. So I'm letting him out.
Okay, so you let him out, and then what happens?
Extra sleeves and low trying to come in.
Okay, where did they try to come in then?
The side down.
Okay, who was at the side door?
Like outside or inside?
Inside.
Me and Rich.
Okay. What happens after they try to come in?
When they try to come in, when they try to come in, I let them in and then it was all in there.
Okay, so you let him in?
All right. All right.
Had you talked to Lowe or Sleaze at this point?
No, never.
So Lowe and Sleaze come in. And you said you had never talked to them before?
No, I never talked to him before.
Had you ever seen your brother with these two individuals before?
No, he don't know none. He don't know none.
He doesn't know them?
Nah, none.
You said none of them. All right. I just want to make sure speak clearly, okay?
All right, I'm trying to put the mic on.
You can put it on your lap, Mr. Adams.
All right.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay. So at this point, there's the 5 of you in the house. Is that fair?
All right.
Where do you guys go?
No, we now we in the living room.
You're in the living room?
All right.
Okay. What happens next in the living room?
All right, we in the living room. I let him in. We walked up. We in the living room now. Lotus was clutching. He up on me.
Hold up. You're speaking so loud that the
My bad.
Okay. 1 second. Thank you. So let's try this again. What happens next in the living room?
All right, so Lowe was clutching. All right, he clutching. He up on me and my brother.
When you say he's clutching, what does it mean to you when you say he's clutching?
And he told him gun.
He's got a gun?
Yeah.
And then you said he upped on you and your brother. What does that mean?
Like he pulled it out and put it on us.
Okay. What happens next?
Then he talking about where the paper at.
Where the paper's at?
Yeah, where the money at.
Okay. Did you tell him?
No, I didn't know what he was talking about.
Okay. What happens after he asked you where the paper's at?
After he asked me where the paper at, he told us to go down the basement. So we down the basement. Risky at the sleeves upstairs trying to look for the money.
Stop. So he tells you you're in the basement and this is low, correct?
All right.
Okay. What do you see Risk and Sleaze doing?
That's when we upstairs. So by the time we downstairs now, so I get my opinion is to look for the money. Whatever they look for.
But just to be clear, you can't see them while they're upstairs.
All right.
Okay. How long are you? And where's your brother when you're going downstairs?
My brother with me down the basement.
Okay, so it's you, Lowe, and your brother downstairs?
Yeah.
How long are you, Lowe, and your brother downstairs?
I'm gonna say for like good 5 minutes.
Okay. what's going on during that 5 minutes that it's you, Lou, and your brother?
All right, now, that's when, he told me to come up those stairs.
Who's he?
Love, he told me to come up those stairs.
Okay. Did you go upstairs?
No, I take that back. Sleeve came downstairs and said, we gotta go upstairs. That's when we brought us back up. Now we upstairs.
So hold on. So I just want to be clear. So at first it's you, Lo, and your brother.
Right.
Okay. And then Sleeve comes downstairs.
Right, he came right here.
Okay. And then Sleeves is the one that says to come upstairs.
All right, because he came downstairs and grabbed us when we go upstairs, not back upstairs.
Okay. So at that point, all four of you go upstairs?
All right, 5.
When you say 5, what's risk downstairs to do?
Nah, you're right.
Well, I'm asking you, I wasn't there.
I guess what?
Okay. So the four of you go upstairs now. What happens next?
All right, now they can't find the money, so now they finna leave out, so while they finna leave out, they still had the gun pointing at my brother by the door. I'm on the other side, I'm on the couch side, like on the other side of the couch. So then when they finna leave out, they walking back this way. So while they leaving out this way, they leaving out my brother by the door. Really, I mean, love. That's when he still clutching his gun, had his gun on my brother. That's when he let up a shot.
Hold on. Saying a lot, okay?
My bad.
It's okay. About how far are you from your brother at this point?
I'm like, I ain't that far. I can see what's going on.
Right, but were you about, from me to you, were you closer or further?
I was like right there, or probably like a little closer, like right there.
So how about right back here? You said that?
Yeah, like come up a little closer, right there.
Okay.
Right.
About 8 feet, Mr. Gonick? Yes. You indicated that the couch was between the two of you?
No, the couch, it was a couch right, it's a couch right here, it's a couch on this side.
Okay. But the couches weren't between you.
Right, it was between us, it was in the back, it was out the way, it was in the way.
You indicated at this point that Lowe still has the gun pointed at you?
Yeah, he don't like pointing at me, because they can leave, he gotta point it on my brother now.
Gotcha, okay, that's my bad. What's Risk doing at this point?
Rick, he talking to me about he laughing and everything goofy.
I'm sorry?
He laughed and think everything was funny.
Okay. Did he say anything
No, he didn't say nothing.
at that point?
Nah, he just went to record.
What do you mean by record?
Like record the shots going on. That's the only thing he did.
What is he recording with?
His phone, a phone.
What's he recording?
Just the shots.
Well, before the shots, what did Risk say?
He didn't say nothing.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
Remember testifying about this previously?
Hold on. If I ain't mistaken, hold on. No, he ain't say nothing.
So you remember testifying about this previously?
Yeah, you talk about what you trying to say?
I'm asking you about what Risk says.
Yeah, when he said shooters?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm asking you, what did Risk say?
Oh, he said shooters.
When did he say shoot?
When they finna leave out, he got the gun. He's like, shooting. That's when the shots started going on.
Okay. Have there been any shooting prior to Risk saying?
Nah.
Okay. Did you, besides Lowe, how many firearms did you see?
One.
And that's just Lowe's?
All right.
And I know he said to shoot, but what were his exact words?
Like, Rich to the left.
Yeah.
He was like, man, fuck it, shoot these niggas.
Did they say shoot or something else?
Man, he said, fuck it, shoot these niggas, man.
And what happened after the first time it gunshot?
You said the first one?
I'm sorry?
You said the first shot?
How many?
I heard like, I'm gonna say it. I heard 3.
Starting with your brother, where was he when the gunshot started going?
He was by the door, standing up by the door.
Which door?
The front door.
Where are you when the gunshot started?
I'm on the other side, like by the hallway type thing.
Okay. And when the gunshots start going off, what do you do?
I was in the right, I was running in the back.
Okay. And then what happened?
Love court, that's when we got the shooting.
How many shots at this point?
I don't know how many times I got shot. I would say about 4.
Okay. Were you hit?
Yeah.
Where?
I got shot in my back, my hand, and took both of my thighs.
Both of your thighs?
Yeah, my legs.
Okay. What happens when you're hit?
Now I feel I was on the floor. I was on the floor. They left out. I heard them skirt up. I looked good. They took my down. They had my phone, so I'm like, I had to find the closest phone to me. So I found my other phone. So I called the boys. Like, I need an ambulance for them.
Okay. So you're saying a lot. So at first you couldn't find your phone, correct?
Right.
Okay, so you had to go find the next closest phone.
Right.
Do you know whose phone that was?
Yeah, that was my other phone.
Okay, so you had 2 phones.
Yeah.
And then you said you called your boys to get an ambulance?
No, I called like the boys, the police.
Oh, the police. I misheard you. That's okay. So you called the police, asked for an ambulance?
Yeah.
What'd you do next?
Well, they pulled up. What I do? I crawl to the couch so they can see me. So I stand up to the window so they can see me. So they found out what was going on. They came to the side up and they came in.
How long did you stay in that house after the police got there?
I'm sorry, I stayed in about for a good little minute. Cause the ambulance came.
And who got there first, the police or the ambulance?
The police.
And once the ambulance arrives, where do you go?
They checked on my brother first, but they were like, no, he's gone. So they put me up here and they took me out.
Okay. Do you recall which hospital you went to?
St. John.
Okay. How long were you at St. John's for?
Like 12. So I would say like no more than like 1 or 2.
So about a month or 2?
Yeah.
That whole thing sounded terrifying.
So I'm gonna go back to the shooting itself really quick, Strap. From the time you hear Risk say, shoot these, I'm not gonna say the word, how long between when that's said and the shooting itself?
He said it 1 time.
About how long passed? So seconds, minutes between the order to shoot and the shooting itself?
Like, like how you trying to say how, like, for what he said it was shooting?
Yeah, so when you hear Risk say, pop these guys, shoot these guys.
How fast it went on?
And then how long after till the shooting?
As soon as he said it, that's when the bullets started flying.
Okay, so it's pretty quick, seconds, right?
Right.
Okay. And when Risk arrived, did you see how he got there?
Yeah, he got off the car.
Which car?
That 300, but I ain't know all this to feel me, so I know.
So I'm asking you what you saw, okay?
Okay.
That's all.
Judge McConaughey is awesome.
Did you see him get out of the car?
No, I ain't seen him get off the car.
Did you see any other vehicles on Latham Street besides that 300 you're talking about?
No, just that.
Okay. And when you are taken out of Latham after all this happens, is that car still there? If you know, only if you know.
No, the car was still there.
It wasn't?
No.
Okay.
I don't know. He's picking up more than you think. Wait till the end when he
Other
talks.
than the individuals you saw, Risk Glow Sleeves and your brother in the house, did you see anyone else at any point?
No, I didn't see nobody else.
Okay. Did you see where Glow and Sleeves came from?
Yeah, they came out the 300, the car.
Okay, so you saw him get out of the 300?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Armstrong. I don't think I have any further questions.
Cross examine?
Yeah.
Mr. Adams, on the day of the shooting, have you been living at that house on that then?
Yeah, I live in there.
Okay. And that means spending the night there?
Spending the night.
Yes.
It was there.
Well, either you were or you weren't.
Yeah.
Okay. And who lived at the house with you?
Who lived in the house with me?
Yes.
I was living by myself.
Okay. And I believe you at one point referred to it as a trap house, maybe several points, correct?
All right.
Dope was being sold out of the house, correct?
All right.
And you were selling dope out of the house, correct?
No, I'm gonna do with that.
Okay, well, who has something to do with that?
I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna do it.
I didn't understand what you said.
I'm gonna do it.
That's not my question. Who was selling the dope out of the house?
I don't know the name.
Pardon me?
I was living there. I don't know the name.
Do you know the street name of the person selling the dope out of the house?
No, I was just living there. I had nowhere to stay.
Okay, was your brother selling dope out of the
No,
house?
my brother was only there because of me.
Pardon me?
My brother was only there because of me.
Didn't you just testify a few minutes earlier, though, that your brother was selling dope out of the house?
I did.
Okay, did you observe him selling dope out of the house?
I did.
Did you observe him selling dope out
No,
of the house?
I ain't do it.
Pardon me?
No.
Now, you testified about risk, low, and sleaze. Do you know Low's real name?
Do I know his real name?
Yeah.
No, I don't know his real name.
And do you know Sleaze's real name?
No.
Do you recall testifying before Judge King before?
Yeah.
Okay. And at the point in time that you testified before Judge King before, did you know Risk's real name?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you tell the prosecutor and the defense attorney Mark Brown that name when they asked you questions?
No, I take that back. No, hold on. Let me. No, I found his real name after all this court stuff.
Okay. Now, after all the court stuff with Judge King, Mr. Keel before, and Mr. Brown, did you have any conversations with the prosecutor about your testimony?
Nigga, I did. So.
I'm sorry.
Oh, would you say what you said again?
Sure. You recall testifying before Judge King before? I believe it was maybe back in.
Yeah, I did. I just did.
Okay. After that testimony, did you have any meetings with the prosecutor to discuss your testimony in court today?
Yeah.
Okay. When was that meeting?
Yesterday.
Pardon me?
Yesterday.
Okay. And who was present at that meeting?
Right there.
Pardon me?
I don't know what you asked me. Hold on. You asked me, my attorney who I was talking to yesterday?
Yes.
Right there. I don't know his name.
Okay. This gentleman that I'm pointing to right here, Mr. Keel?
Yeah, I think it's him.
Okay. Was anyone else in the room?
No, I think it was him. I don't, bro. One of them.
Okay. One of these two gentlemen at the prosecutor's table? Okay. They do look a little alike. That is true. They could be mugshots in the same photo line.
You know, he used to have a little more hair on his face.
Right. Right. And they discussed your testimony with you yesterday and how to testify in court, correct?
Right.
Okay.
Well, he didn't do that. I was talking to him, chopping it up with him, and we was talking like what. But he didn't tell me how to do what I was doing right now. Nah.
Well, what were y'all talking about?
We talking about what I was supposed to do with him.
Pardon me?
We was talking about we was talking about how don't do how I was the first time I was in here.
Right.
So what he's saying is the first time he was there, he was a mess on the stand and he swore and they had to keep stopping him and he was just unreasonable on the stand and the judge had to like stop him. So before he took the stand, the lawyers sat him down and said, do not do that. Do not do that. Be good. This lawyer is saying, did they go over the testimony with you?
Right, because you used some bad language the first time you were in there, right?
Right.
And in fact, at one point in time, the judge had to tell you to talk like you had some sense, correct?
All right.
Now, on the day of the shooting at the house, was there anyone else in the house besides you, your brother, Risk, Flo, and Sleeves?
Nah.
There wasn't?
Nah.
How do you live in Milwaukee and not drink beer? I don't understand. I just don't understand. Who hurt you when you were younger? Hi, legal.
How long had you been at the house before Risk came over? You were at the house in Lappin, correct? On the day of the shooting. You got there obviously before Risk got there, correct?
Yeah.
How long had you been at the house before Risk got there that day?
I was already there. I was really chill.
Okay. And when Risk came over, what was the purpose of him coming over?
You should ask him. I don't even know.
Okay. Did you two used to hustle together?
No, he used to try to be my pet. That's it.
Pardon me?
He used to try to be my pet. That's it.
Say that. He used to try to be your pet.
My peasant.
Okay.
Peasant.
Peasant. He used to try to be my peasant.
What does that mean?
He tries to be like him.
Try to want to hang type thing.
Okay. You get money off you?
Get money off me. No, he just want to be like me. That's it. That's all.
Pardon me?
He just want to be like me.
You want to be like you?
Yeah.
And was that have an individual that was selling dope out of a trap house?
No, I never nothing to do with no dope. I never nothing to do with no dope.
After the shooting, you were taken to the hospital, correct?
Yeah.
And the police came to see you at the hospital, true?
True.
And you initially lied to the police, did you not?
I did do that.
Pardon me?
I did do that.
Okay. And the police came back and talked to you again, did they not?
It's hard, but I do it.
Yeah.
Someone's got to do it.
And they asked you about where was the work in the house, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know about that.
You don't know about that?
No, I don't.
Well, did the police ask you where the work was at the house?
No, I ain't gonna get no question like that. Asked you.
Okay. Did you ever tell the police that the people that robbed you took the work?
I never told them like that.
Okay. Did you ever tell the police that there was boy and girl in the house?
I never said it like that.
Did you ever make the reference there being boy or girl in the house?
I mean, they asked me. I said I don't know what it is, but.
Okay, so you told them you don't know. You told the police you don't know what they mean when they ask you questions like that.
Yeah, I don't know what boy and girl is. I was on left to stay there. I ain't had nowhere to go. My dudes put me out.
Okay, but did you tell the police you didn't know what they meant by boy?
Right, I didn't tell them that. I was there with the judge. Right.
Do you know what boy or girl is?
Nah, to this day I still don't.
Okay. Now, when you were at the house that day before the shooting, were you using drugs?
I'm not using drugs. No, I ain't got nothing to do with drugs.
Okay.
I don't know what that is.
You don't know what cocaine is?
No.
You don't know what marijuana is?
Well, I know what marijuana is, yeah, for sure.
Okay, you don't know what heroin is?
Never heard of that.
Okay. You don't know what ecstasy, Molly, or anything like that is?
I don't know what that is, but.
Is there any of that in the house?
I don't know, sir.
Come on, Lord Church.
No, we are good, bad people.
Judge Ross, thank you.
Can you redirect?
Well, Judge, I'm sorry. Can I ask, there was another area I forgot about. You had indicated initially, Mr. Adams, you initially indicated when the prosecutor asked you that my client didn't say anything before the shooting, correct?
Can you say it one more time?
Sure. Mr. Keogh, the prosecutor, that's the prosecutor's name, asked you if my client said anything before the shooting, and you initially said no, correct?
No, he didn't take a deal. He got shot, and his brother got shot and killed that night.
No,
So he wants justice.
I probably didn't read the word, but you know, when we saying to each other, what you mean?
What do you mean, read the words? Were you given a transcript of your last, your testimony at the last hearing?
Yeah.
Was you give that transcript yesterday?
Yeah.
Okay. And you read that before testifying today, correct?
All right.
Okay, so, and you would agree with me that when you first testified, you said that that Risk didn't say anything before the shots popped off, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, and then Mr. Keogh said, whoa, do you recall your prior testimony? And you said a few more times that he said nothing, correct?
I don't record, but I guess, yeah.
Okay. And then after Mr. Kehoe talked to you about your prior testimony, that's when you said that that Risk said something like, shoot those guys, correct?
All right.
Okay. But the fact of the matter is, you don't recall what was said or what happened, correct?
All right.
That's all I have. Thank you, Judge.
You redirect. So a few things, Mr. Adams. First, we didn't meet yesterday, did we?
Nah.
You met with us, Sergeant Gunther, am I right, fair?
All right.
Who provided you this transcript you indicated you just had?
Sergeant Gunther.
He gave you a transcript?
Nah. What's the transcript? Hold on.
Was it a transcript or your prior statement? Okay, so have you ever seen the transcript of the prior court proceeding?
Yeah, I think that's what I got, yeah.
So who gave you the transcript? Sir, do you even know what a transcript is?
No, that's what I'm trying to figure out what it is.
All right, so when we're talking about a transcript, we're talking about the last time that you were here. See that lady that's over there? That's doing
Thank you,
that typing?
Fletcher.
She's typing down everything that's being said in the court. Has anybody provided you of your testimony from the last time that you were here?
No.
Okay, just so we're clear, you're talking about not a transcript, but your prior written statement.
Right.
Okay, that's what Officer Gunther went over. Is that fair?
Right.
Okay. In terms of your meeting with Officer Gunther, did he ever tell you what to say to that?
No, he didn't tell me nothing what I was gonna say to take off.
Just to stop goofing off like last time, right?
All right.
Okay. Well, in terms of what Mr. Gonick just asked you about what was said, do you recall what was said before the shooting?
No. Yeah, I remember what was in the first shooting.
Okay, because you've given a lot of confusing answers, so I want to make sure we're on the same page. What was said before the shots were fired?
Before the shots was fired, Richardson said, shoot these Indians.
Shoot these what? You can say the word. You can say the word.
He said, shoot these niggas.
Since you've been released from the hospital, have you been given any sort of medications that would affect your memory, sir?
No.
Are you on any medications right now?
No, I ain't on that.
And to be clear,
you called it a trap house because you knew someone was selling out of that house, right?
All right, you can say it like that, yeah.
Oh, I'm asking you, you called it a trap house, fair?
Right,
Okay, because you know someone's selling drugs out of that trap house, right?
yeah,
You're being a little reluctant about talking about it, isn't that fair?
yeah.
Okay, but as far as Mr. Connick said, that it was your brother that was selling drugs out of that house, is that correct?
I don't know, I testify about that then, but
That's, and
I didn't see that.
Mr. Adams, I appreciate that, but you gotta answer my question, okay?
All right,
You testified that it was your brother that was selling drugs out of that house.
no, I ain't testify that.
You said that earlier today.
That's not true.
Well, who was selling drugs out of that house then?
I said, I don't know who was selling out of that, but my brother wasn't, because my brother was under there when I was there.
Okay, but you know someone was selling drugs out of that
All right,
house.
because I was just living there. Well, not living there, just staying there.
Thank you. Nothing further question.
Mr. Adams, I want you to understand a few things about the law. One of which is that you told us that you were in a trap house. We all understand what a trap house is. A trap house is a drug house, right? All right. All right. I don't want you to think that by you telling us that you were selling drugs out of the trap house that you could get in trouble. Because we have a thing in the law called corpus delicti. That means that just by you saying that you sold drugs, you can't get in trouble for that. We would have to have the actual drugs that you sold as well, okay? So it's okay to tell us the truth because your brother was killed, right?
Right.
And you want justice, don't you?
All right.
All right, so it's important that you be absolutely 100% honest. I don't care how bad it makes you look or how bad it makes your brother look or anybody else look. We need to know the truth about everything. Understood?
All right.
Okay, can you tell me the truth?
All right. All right, I'm telling the truth.
All right, so who was selling drugs out of that house?
It was my brother.
Your brother was.
All right.
Okay. So you told us that he wasn't at first because you didn't want him to look bad, right?
All right.
All right. Okay. And did you sell drugs out of there too?
No.
Never?
Never.
Okay, you just had to have some place to stay. I think you testified to, is that right? How old are you, sir?
I'm 18.
How far did you go in school?
I got 1 more year and I'm done.
Okay. That's important. I want you to finish, okay?
I got you.
Any questions based on my questions?
All right.
You indicated your brother sold dope out of that trap house?
All right, I did.
Okay. And the house wasn't your house, correct?
All right, look.
Whose house was
I don't know who else was it.
Pardon me?
I don't know who else was it.
Okay, well, who did you ask if you could stay there?
Well, I had,
Yes.
I know, it was just around.
Or the house was just around?
Yeah.
Okay, was it an abandoned house?
No, it wasn't no abandoned house.
Did someone live at the house?
Is someone living?
Yeah.
No, nobody living there.
Okay. So you just went in the house without asking anyone?
No, I didn't just do that. It was just, I was just walking up the block because I be over on left.
Okay. You were walking up the block and you see a house and you decide, I'm gonna go spend the night or live at that house for a bit?
No, I ain't said, no, it wasn't like that.
How was it like? What was it like? Or what caused you to live there? Sorry.
What caused me to live there? Somebody was outside. They was like, I was chopping it up with them for a minute. They was like, I was like, my dudes put me out and then they was like, you trying to stay here and jump? Woo. I said, I just spend the night and I ain't trying to live here.
I have nothing else, Judge.
All right. Anything else, Mr. Keel? I don't think so, Judge. Thank you. Thank you, sir. You may step down.
Showtime. Here comes the judge. My mashed potatoes are bussin'. Yes, they are.
Any other witnesses for the people? Any witnesses for the people?
No, sir.
People?
All right, find over at charge of complaint warrant. Speaking just to the testimony from today, Judge, I know you've heard this exam now twice. It's clear from the testimony that individual identified as risk first appears at the house on Lavin Street, where Mr. Adams and his brother were at, or at least one of the Adams brothers was selling dope out of the house, Judge. At some point, the other two individuals get out of the 300 that Mr. Adams testified himself outside, comes to the door, Mr. Adams lets in, and guns are produced. Mr. Adams is taken downstairs. There's a search of the house, he says, comes back upstairs, and at that point, Risk, identified as Mr. Banks here in court today, orders the shooting of both Mr. Adams and his brother. For that reason, Judge, and obviously there's been no other testimony about anyone other than the individual identified as below having a firearm. But certainly under an aider and abettor theory, this is certainly words of encouragement and goes to the premeditation deliberation aspect of the shooting. The order for a kill shot, and then this is all done during the course of an alleged robbery of this trap house. I think by a probable cause standard, this has been shown that this crime was committed by the defendant in the city of Detroit, that we should be found over to court as charged. Thank you, Judge.
Now, just briefly, we would object to the find over. We understand that the prosecution is proceeding with an aiding and abetting theory. As it relates to my client, there was no indication that he participated in any alleged robbery of the Lavin house. The testimony from Mr. Adams was initially that my client said nothing before the shooting, and he maintained that in a few answers while being questioned by Mr. Kehoe. And then when Mr. Kehoe indicated, well, do you recall your prior testimony, prior transcript? Then he changed up and he said that my client said, shoot them ends, heard the word. And then when I cross-examined him, once again, he said he didn't recall what was said. And then I believe on reiterated again. I don't, I understand this is just an exam, but given the conflicting nature of his testimony and the incredible nature of his testimony as it related to a lot of unrelated things to the elements of the offense, I don't think a find over is proper here, Your Honor, and I would ask the court dismiss the case.
Anything else, Mr. Keel?
Judge, you've heard both exams and the prior transcript, obviously not substantive evidence, but the fact that he testified consistently with that, I don't think that the inconsistency is really an issue, Judge. And the fact is, you've seen Mr. Adams, he certainly doesn't want to be here. He's very reluctant to talk about what's actually going on in that house, but for good reason.
Are we just going to let that pass? That lawyer just said that guy testified consistently. No, he didn't.
Judge. So I ask that you still find it.
Judge, I know I don't get another say, but I would just object to anything in the former transcript. I believe the court knows.
I'm not necessary.
Okay, thank you.
What I will tell you though is that as our jury instructions indicate, that you can believe all, part, or none of any witness's testimony. So clearly, this is a witness who comes with his issues, in that he was less than forthright about the trap house in and of itself. Why? Because they're selling drugs out of it. He knows darn well what boy is. He knows what girl is. He knows who's selling boy, who's selling girl out of that house. He knows exactly what they're doing. He He knows what he's doing. He's not just laying his head there because he has nowhere to stay. You don't stay in a trap house without being fully engaged in what's going on. Him and his brother. And he was less than forthright about coming forth and indicating what he was doing there, even what his brother was doing there, for whatever reason, maybe he doesn't want to make his brother look bad. That was the victim, and he wants to keep him in that light of being a victim. I get that. But I do believe him when he says that he saw this 300, I take it he means a Chrysler 300, parked outside. I do believe him when he says the defendant and others came in that house, took him to the basement, and began searching through the house, looking to get the girl, boy, and or money. And I believe him when he says that the defendant said, shoot these ends. The defendant aided and abetted in the first degree murder premeditated of Tyrese Adams, Jr. And in the assault with intent to murder Tyrell Adams. In the amount of aid or encouragement one gives another in the commission of the crime, that person can be charged as if they are in fact innocent. This defendant, according to this witness, who has every reason to want to seek justice for the death of his brother and the shooting of himself, says what Lowe did, and says what this defendant did. Court does recognize that there was a point in time indicated that the defendant didn't say anything. But then he was reminded of his prior testimony. And then he said, when questioned again, not just about the prior testimony, but what took place on that date, what happened just before the shooting. He was able to give descriptive detail as to not only the shooting, but how much time lapsed between those words that were allegedly uttered by the defendant and then when the shots rang out. So the court is satisfied that the verdict of probable cause as it relates to count 1, homicide, murder, first degree premeditated juvenile defendant. Count 2, the felony murder. Well, I don't think it was flushed out as well as it was at the first exam. And of course, not considering the first exam, I'm confined to the corners of this exam. It does appear to this court that there was a robbery or attempted robbery that was going on at this location. And that as a result, Tyrese Adams was killed in the perpetration of that robbery, that armed robbery. So the court will find over on count 2, as well as count 3, assault with intent to murder Tyrell Adams. Court finding those charges were committed in the city of Detroit. The court finding probable cause to believe this defendant committed will bind the defendant over to Lane County Third Circuit Court Criminal Division proceedings. His arraignment on the information date and time will be August 8th, 2024 at 9:00 a.m. And it will be remanded to the custody of Lane County Sheriff. Thank you.
So Fletcher pulled us through that, guys. Fletcher pulled us right through it. And he's 16 years old. He's going to be tried as an adult. And I don't think the witness, does not speak English. Absolutely not. But, he's way smart in a different way. He's just way smart in a different way that we don't understand. Thank God we don't understand. All right. We're going to end the stream with Fleischer. And I'm really going to be stingy with Fleischer. What is today? Thursday. Listen, I'm going to be really stingy with Fleischer for the next couple days because he's out all next week. So I'm going to try to incorporate this week into next week so we still get him every day, but we won't be, I mean, we won't be able to get like an hour of him every day because he's off next week. So I'm going to do my best to give us our Fleischer before I run out of Fleischer, and then there is no Fleischer. I hope he has a good week off. I don't know where he's going. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know if he's off for good, bad reasons. I don't know. But we just have to prepare ourselves and breathe through it together. We got this, you know? We got this. Jazzy, it's going to be especially hard on you because you don't like any other judge, but trust me, other judges are cool. We can love them too. What's this? I don't know what that means. I don't know any of those words. Fiji. Ha 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 ha. You think he's going to Fiji? I'm not allowed to talk right now, guys, because people are ready for Fleischer. I'll talk at the end. Hey, my coworker's going to work today. I'm going to go stay in bed then. Yeah, Fleischer's not allowed to take a vacation. You're right. Maybe we could get him to, you know, I don't know, join chat or something. We won't. All right, Fleischer, here we go.
Hey, Jake.
Not said Coford, good.
Coffer.
I just feel like him in that suit, everybody's in trouble. Everybody. Because okay, the little, what do you call that? It's not a handkerchief, is it? What do you call the little strip on the pocket of a jacket? I mean, that's not a handkerchief, right? What is it? That is that pops, you know, it's a little colorful. But the rest of him looks like a judge. Now he looks like a judge. Steven, get ready. Judge is a judge today. Jason, you don't have to do much. Judge will take care of it. He'll be the prosecutor.
You see it?
Yeah, we don't have it listed as an arraignment though. I got it.
I have it 9 days old. We set it for bond forfeiture because he said he didn't have a ride last time. So that's why we set it for today. If you can just go ahead and read it for me though, or.
Apparently it's a pocket square.
The magistrate put conditions on him. I wonder why. All right, Mr. Coffer, we're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything?
I didn't get that part today, so don't talk about it. We're going to get there. We're going to get there.
You say Canada will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir. Do you have it in front of you? Okay, can you just go ahead and read it?
On July 23rd, 2024, officers conducted a traffic stop on a vehicle without a front license plate and illegal front tinted windows. Officers ID'd the driver by his Texas driver's license, and the defendant was observed to have a strong smell of marijuana. Defendant was the back passenger. 0.327 ounces of marijuana was located in a jar within the wingspan of defendant and the driver, and 1 gram was in the defendant's pocket wrapped in a bag.
So who's the driver? And did they get arrested for anything?
Yes, sir. He was on docket yesterday.
Who was it?
Mr. Maria.
Okay. Say it again.
Same driver.
Mr. Coffer, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. What do you do for a living, sir?
I'm not working right now.
When is the last time you've had a full-time job?
3 months ago, I work at Golden City.
At where?
Golden City.
Doing
John,
what?
I did get that, John. It's coming.
Okay. What are you doing now? How do you support yourself now?
I was living with my aunt right there. I don't have a job right now at the moment.
Why not?
I'm looking for right now. Trying to find one.
Did you graduate from high school?
I got a GED.
Okay, so you have a GED.
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm making it a condition of your bond that you start working.
Yes, sir.
You need to get a job.
Yes, sir.
Do you understand? I will give you an application today for an appointed lawyer. I'm gonna bring you back in 2 weeks. I want to see what you have done to get a job. If you've done nothing, life's not gonna go well for you, Mr. Coford. Do you understand? All right.
Taking that neighbor with them.
No, why? Right, he ain't got a job now, so let's get him a lawyer now. But you will be expected to get a job, Mr. Coffer.
I did ask what I was going through.
I'm not gonna talk to you about the case.
Come on over this way, she'll have you sign for the reset. When she has you sign the proof of reset, you'll just have a seat in the jury box, fill this out, raise your hand, finish.
Judge King. Everybody knows Judge King.
Our
He's
next
awesome.
one is Miss Davis on page 11.
Pavel, so we have her on a tampering with government record.
Who's this?
This is Davis is the last name. Don't say anything, please. Shakara Davis. And looks like she had court on 5/24, but she may have missed court because she picked up an aggravated assault on the 21st. Do you know whether she was still in custody at the time that we had court?
On 5/24, Judge?
Yeah, and then if you can tell me about the ag assault, please.
So I'm showing Judge, she was put on May 20th and released May 23rd.
Okay, so it's a good bond forfeiture then.
And then she subsequently was booked on June 3rd and released June 6th. So it doesn't appear she was in our custody May 24th.
Okay, so can you give me a heads up about the ag assault, please?
Sure, yes, Judge. The ag assault, officers were dispatched to a disturbance involving weapons. Complainant and defendant are in a dating relationship. Argument ensued when the complainant returns to the apartment and saw another man's clothing. Complainant locked himself in the bathroom, but defendant somehow opened the door, and defendant was holding a knife in her hand. Defendant launched at him with the knife, and defendant did hit him once with the knife on his left shoulder. Complainant's cell phone video captures the defendant with the knife plunging at the complainant.
Okay. Ms. Davis, do not pick up any new cases. Behave yourself. Otherwise, I will deem you a public danger. I'm going to make your bond extremely high. As it stands now, there's an affidavit for you not to drive. Do not drive. Do you understand? What are you doing with yourselves? Are you working? Do you?
Not at the moment, but I'm looking for work right now.
How do you support?
Yesterday on the girl's case, aggravated case. I just came from court yesterday.
How do you support yourself now?
Right now I'm actually trying to look for me a patient from home. So.
Right. Did you want to apply for an appointed lawyer, ma'am? Oh, actually, we have a lawyer on her now. Actually, Mr. Yeah, right. Okay, so let's do this. I'm just gonna have you take a seat in the jury box while we wait for your lawyer to get here. Don't violate these conditions, ma'am. All right? Okay, so Billy, let's have her sign a reset now, and then we'll just have her wait for Mr. Foreman to come. Okay, ma'am, please.
Our next one will be Ms. Gonzalez on page 16. Ms. Gonzalez.
Are you Crystal Lynn? Is it Crystal Lynn or Jennifer Gonzalez? You Crystal Lynn Gonzalez? Okay, ma'am, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine because of the high blow. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present during questions and interviews with the state of Texas. If you cannot afford a lawyer will be appointed to represent you, ma'am. Okay, Jason.
July 27th, 2024, officers arrived on scene and observed two vehicles that have been involved in an accident. A witness stated that she had been stopped at the light when she had been struck by the defendant's car. The witness stated she saw the defendant to be the driver of the car that struck her. The defendant stated that she had been downtown and was on her way home. She admitted to having one beer. Standard field sobriety tests were conducted, 6/6 on the HGN, 7/8 on the walk and turn, and 3 of 4 on the one leg stand. DIC read and levels revealed 0.175 and 0.181.
Okay. Any prior DWIs?
No, Judge.
Ms. Gonzalez, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. Do you have a valid Texas driver license?
Yes, sir.
Do you have valid liability insurance in your name?
Not in my name.
Then you're not allowed to drive. I'm making that a condition of your bond. If I find that you drive, I will have a contempt hearing. You'll be facing an additional 6 months and a $500 fine every time you drive. You'll be signing an affidavit that you are not to drive until you have liability insurance in your name and you come get court approval.
Can I ask a question about that? I do drive for my job. The truck that I drive is like a company truck. Do I need to get liability insurance on that truck in my name?
You have to have insurance for any car that you drive. I don't care if it's a company car, if it's a personal car, you always have to be insured in the event of an accident, because now they're going to come after you for the damages, especially in this case. For $30 a month, perhaps $50 a month, an insurance company will cover you in the event of an accident, and you have lawyers that will represent you. That's why it's so important. I'm only asking you to follow the law. As it stands now, if I find that you drive in violation of this, I will put you in jail. I'll make your bond extremely high.
Okay, so as long as I have liability insurance on the truck I drive, I can.
Sure, it has to be a policy with your name on it, with the car that you're driving. And we have to be able to see it so we can verify it. Do you understand? All right. I'm also ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're consuming alcohol or any kind of dope, likewise, you will go to jail. So what do you do for a living?
Pool maintenance, like a residential commercial pool.
Okay. And how much money do you make a month?
About $3,800.
Okay, so we're going to reset your case to give you time to hire a lawyer. It would behoove you to do it as quick as possible. There's a lot of timing requirements with the DWI.
I did already hire a lawyer.
You have a lawyer?
Yes, sir.
Who is it?
I spoke with someone named Jeff Casey, but it's Durham and Jones long term.
Have you given them any money?
I have not paid them yet.
Then you don't have a lawyer. They don't work for free. You need to hire them.
Yeah, we had a payment agreement.
So look,
There's his
all I'm going to
son.
say for now, we're going to reset your case. We're going to give you 30 days. Don't wait 30 days because you're only hurting yourself. Just get on it quick. Do you understand? All right. So for now, I'm going to have you come up here, swear to us that you're not going to drive without liability insurance. And then I'm going to get you to Billy. We're going to have you sign a reset. And then eventually you're going to get with Tracy for your bond conditions. And after that, you'll be free to go.
Go ahead.
They were so cute.
Is it Eliana or Elena?
Eliana.
Eliana Guardiola, ma'am, you're charged with tampering with a government record. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, ma'am.
On July 25th, 2024, officers conducted a traffic stop on a car with defective tail lamps. Defendant demanded the reason for the stop, stating she didn't do anything wrong and eventually gave her Texas driver's license. The defendant was ID'd by her Texas driver's license and said that the vehicle was her son's. The temp tag on the car returned to a different vehicle. Defendant admitted that her son pays the lady $50 for a tag off Airline Drive and admitted to knowing the tag was fictitious.
Got it. Okay, ma'am, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case.
I never told the officer that he pays for a
I
tag.
don't want to talk to you about the case. Just now is not that time, okay? I have a bunch of DAs here. Anything you say, they're going to sit there, they're going to use it against you.
Okay.
You will have the opportunity to, just now is not that time.
Okay.
What do you do for a living, ma'am?
I'm an
agent, an insurance agent. I own my own agency.
Okay, we're gonna reset your case to give you time to hire a lawyer. You have a Texas driver license, correct?
Correct, yes.
You have liability insurance, correct?
Yes, I have insurance in my vehicle, yes.
Do you have insurance in your name?
Yes, under my name, yes.
As long as you do, you can continue to drive. If you don't, then you're not allowed to drive.
I have insurance under my name for my vehicle, yes.
The only other thing I'm gonna ask you to do is do not pick up any new cases. If you do, I will revoke this bond and put you in jail. I will not put any further conditions on you. Just be careful. When you get into a car, you know what I mean?
Yes, I understand.
All right.
I'm taking it to.
So I will have you go to Billy. We're gonna have you sign a reset and then we'll get you out of here, man. Okay? And when you come back, please have a lawyer, please.
My insurance is almost a rent payment.
Yeah, Billy, no conditions, so she can just go. Thank you. Jason, it's this one. We'll do that next. Okay. I need her. Hi, do you mind helping us out? You ready?
I am ready.
Thank you. All right. Are you Salvatore Messina?
Salvatore Messina. Habla en español.
Mr. Messina, you were charged with assault of a family member. You were facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine.
Enfrentándose hasta un año de cárcel.
And or a $4,000 fine.
Una multa de $4,000. Why?
You were charged with assault of a family member.
Están acusando de agredir a un miembro de la familia. What do I have to do to defend myself? Because I did not.
I am only advised. Señor Messina, solamente estamos hablando de los cargos. Okay? I want you to listen.
Quiero que escuchen.
Do not think about what to say,
No piense que lo que tiene que decir.
because then you will not hear what I'm saying.
Estoy diciendo yo.
Do you understand? The range of punishment for this type of case is up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. I don't know what happened in this case. So we are going to listen and do probable cause at this moment. I am going to determine whether there is enough probable cause to go forward or not. If there is enough probable cause, at that point, I may put bond conditions on the case. The district attorney now will go ahead and read us what happened on the case. Please just listen, do not interrupt, and it will go a lot faster.
Judge, I'm gonna go slow for this.
Please.
On July 29th, 2024, officers were dispatched to a welfare check in Harris County, Texas. The complainant, who is the defendant's daughter, stated that her father came to the residence, caused a disturbance, and grabbed the complainant's arm and threatened to, quote, kill her right now. The complainant stated that she felt pain when the defendant grabbed her arm and was in fear of her life because she knows what her father is capable of due to this not being the first time he acted this way towards her.
How old is the complaining witness? And you said it's the daughter?
45, correct.
Daughter, not,
This is daughter.
okay. Mr. Messina, I am going to find that there is probable cause to go forward in this case. A protective order was issued in this case on July 30th. I suggest that you get to know it, because if you violate the court order, the state can and will file additional charges of violation of a protective order against you. That is one of the worst cases that you can pick up. Do we have any allegation of alcohol usage?
No, the complainant states that he's just on his medication, and he's prescribed certain medication, and when he doesn't take it, he acts erratically.
You know what that is?
She couldn't tell me. I did the RIP, Judge, and she doesn't know the name.
So you have spoken to the daughter.
I have, Judge.
Does she want to have contact with father?
She does not want a protective order.
Okay, so she wants to have contact with him.
So, yes.
Mr. Messina,
Señor Messina,
I am going to order as a condition of your bond
voy a ordenar que como
not to have threatening or harassing contact with your daughter.
amenazante ni la molesta a su hija.
What is threatening or harassing?
¿Qué quiere decir eso?
Doesn't matter what you think is threatening
No importa lo
or
que
harassing.
diga que es amenazante o que lo está acosando.
It is how she perceives.
Ella lo ve.
Do you understand?
¿Usted entiende esto?
Look at me.
Puede ver, pues, por favor.
If I go like this, is that threatening or harassing?
Eso es decir, si yo hago
Most certainly is. So conduct in and of itself, without words, can violate this order. So be very careful. All she has to do is call them up and say, hey, he's being mean again, or he's threatening. You will go to jail, because I will revoke your bond if you violate these conditions, and I will put you in jail. You will not get any more PR bonds from us.
Yes, sir.
otra fianza de esas.
Tell me,
Dígame.
do you work?
No,
Do you have an income?
tiene ingresos. Social Security.
Are you able to afford a lawyer?
Usted le puede pagarle a un abogado.
No.
No.
I will provide you.
Darn it, I forgot. Shout out to Mary Beth and payroll.
A lawyer today.
Yo le voy a dar un abogado de hoy.
You can explain your side to the lawyer.
Contar su historia, su lado.
They will help you out with this. I will not be understanding if you are not nice to your daughter.
No voy a hacer nada comprensivo si usted no es bueno con su hija. I've been very, very understanding.
She comes.
She has problems, pero
If you are taking and if you are prescribed medication, I am also making that a condition of your bond that you take the medication. If I am told that you stop taking your medication, likewise, I will revoke your bond and put you in custody.
I take him on it.
Good. Keep taking it. Don't stop. For now, I will have you go to Billy. We'll have you sign a reset. After that, I will have you take a seat in the jury box while I find you a lawyer. And then after that, you can talk and go to it.
Okay. Wait.
Can you file no threatening, harassing, no weapons, and take meds, please?
Chief, did you get that?
Do you want to update?
No threatening or
Yeah,
harassing.
Let's go and take the residential one.
Look at Trey working so hard with Judge. It's heartwarming. Victoria, do you and Melissa go in today, or are we left with the other people again?
Any more Spanish
That was the only Spanish speaker one I
Okay.
have at this moment, other than the ones waiting for their turns.
Got it. Okay. Oh, wait, are they still arraignments?
No.
Okay, got it.
My next arraignment is gonna be Stephanie Lynn on page 21. And one more after this one.
Got it. Good morning, Miss Lynn. Good morning, Miss Lynn. Ma'am, you're charged with theft. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. Next time you come to court, dress appropriately. This is not the club. Do you understand? Okay. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present during questions and interviews of the state of Texas. If you cannot afford a lawyer will be appointed to represent you, ma'am. Okay.
Officers met with a witness who works for the asset protection of Walmart in Harris County, Texas. The witness stated she observed the defendant concealing jewelry items in her black bag. The defendant paid for some items and exited the store, passing all points of sale. The witness stated the defendant came back inside and discussed possible items which were not paid for. The witness stated once inside her office, the defendant's bag was secured and items were removed from the black bag, which belonged to the Walmart store. The total value of the items stolen were $211.86.
Okay. Miss Lynn, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm now ordering you as a condition of your bond not to go to any Walmart whatsoever for any reason. If I catch you going to Walmart, I will revoke your bond, put you in jail. You will not get any more PR bonds. You understand? What do you do for a living, ma'am?
That's my husband.
How old are you, ma'am? You're 37. You're 38. When is the last time you've had a full-time job? I'm not asking.
I've been a stay-at-home mom.
Are you married? What does your husband do for a living?
But we are not together no more because we separated. He went to jail for domestic violence.
So how do you support yourself now? I'm getting cyclical answers and nothing's making sense. When is the last time you had a full-time job? What year was it? We're now in 2024. 18. How old is your son?
15.
If I drug test you right now, what's going to show up? Okay, I'm going to send you right now, and then I'm going to provide you a lawyer. Okay. I expect you to come back to court. If you do not come back, I will revoke your bond. You understand? Okay. Do you mind giving an application, please?
I'll give it to you once you come back from. Yeah. So, you're gonna sign before her. This is reset. My last one that I have for now is Mr. Taylor on page 27.
Okay.
Good morning, Judge. That's my client.
Hi, Hugh.
Yes. Hey, good morning, Judge. Yes, that's my client.
Mr. Taylor, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to a year in jail, and your case is 326 days old. So it looks like the last time we saw him was in February, right?
Yes.
And it says this thing had been reset ad nauseum for working on a mitigation packet, and I'm assuming nothing happened.
That's correct, Your Honor. And I'm going to get get him started on that. I'm sending over all the
Time
information.
has come and gone, Mr. Brasher. It's now 326 days old. You've been gone for months. We usually end these things at around 180 days. It's time to make a decision, Mr. Taylor. So what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you step out, talk to Mr. Brasher. State has given you an offer on this case. If you do not want to accept it, that's okay. We will set your cases for trial, though. Do you understand? Please. Hey. Yeah, come on.
How are you? Not too much, not too much, just living.
Come back and let me know.
Okay, so you want to set on a normal date?
No, you don't have to. Just come back and inform me. This is what we do. See Hey, you want to call it? My pen?
Steven, he goes with you.
Feeling? Are you feeling okay? What's the start? It's a 2, that's right. So Billy, with Herndon, with the original case, all we had left to do was sentence him.
Correct, Judge. So I requested for the new case and the back attached case.
Right, but like she's done essentially. So, and she's not even working in here. So can we get someone else so that she doesn't have to come all the way back over here? And then I guess I can. No, I haven't. No. It's turned on.
It's still in here.
Yeah, I haven't sent. I don't think I've sent it.
Still pending some edited bill.
Okay, thank you. Can I approach?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm feeling Crystal Lynn Gonzalez. I just wanted some clarification. It seemed, I was with Mr. Sorrell. And I think we were going over modifications. I'm studying it for this. He's out of the office.
Oh, he's signing on? I didn't realize that
Yeah.
she had a lawyer.
Yeah, I just filled out an attorney of record.
Oh, great. Okay, so the only issue I would imagine is the insurance, right? So if you can.
Driver's license, we just checked the DPS eligibility site. She doesn't have a personal vehicle. So the only vehicle that she would be driving is a company vehicle. She just showed me a copy of the policy. They have a.
Just show me, show me that she's covered and then we'll take it off.
But she's not named on the policy because it is a company.
So she's not covered.
But she's not, but no one is, like, no one's listed as like an insured, if that makes sense.
No,
I think that
it doesn't
anyone
make
would
sense
be driving-
because insurance company cover a person, right? Not just a vehicle because,
I can show you the policy, what it looks like.
sure, I'll take a
But
look.
it doesn't have any people named on it.
And especially now that she has a DWI, does the employer know that she has a DWI? In Memphis? Huh? Right, until, I'm not gonna do it unless I know that if she's driving a company car, she has a DWI, no one knows. Until I know that the employer knows and that they still want her to drive with an open DWI, a company car.
It's the Ford F-150. There's like 4 vehicles, I believe.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Do you want to go back to the room back there or do you want to stay up here? What do you want to do?
I wanna go.
You can come back when you want, okay? Is it open back there?
Yeah, I left it cracked. So
Okay, guys. Whoo. We did it. We did the goats. We did the goat judges today. I wish I could have got Webster in there. And listen, Kelly, I know that you sent me Van's link once, but I'll be damned if I can find it. I can't find it. I know, I can't find Judge Van's channel, and I can find a whole lot of judges. But that channel, something about that channel, I don't know. It's like if someone can give me a link. Yes, you are definitely muted, legal. If someone can get me a link to Judge Van's channel, I can try to get him in here once in a while, but um I know, Raven. I know, Raven. I understand. I'm not saying anything you said was wrong or right. The thing is, arguments ensue. I don't want anybody to argue in here. There's no mute button. There's no mute button. So I'm not going to do the goats very often. Every once in a while, I get nostalgic and I want to see the goats again. And I can't go find clips and watch the goats. I can't. I don't have enough time. But I'm going back to my judges tomorrow. And 14th Judicial Circuit. For everybody, hold on. I have to get this channel right now because for some reason it's popped right up. Look at that. Boom. I hate YouTube when it does this to me. I got him. I got him now. He would have made. No, I don't got him. No. Look. Look. Shh. She's annoying. 14th Judicial Circuit of Florida. That's definitely not Judge Van. It's just not Judge Van. 14th Judicial Circuit of Florida. Hold on. Maybe there's more. See, this is what happens when I try very, very hard. So I'm gonna need more help than that. I'm gonna need a lot more help than that. I'm scrolling up through the comments real quick to see what I'm looking for. Kelly's. Okay. Yeah, that's what I typed in. I got it right. Hey, citizen. Not today, because I'm absolutely not opening Discord. But can I play your song in here? Would you mind if I played your song in here to show everybody who didn't see it yet? I'm not going to do it unless you tell me to. Okay. Now I'm going back down through comments to see if I can find more help. Guys, I need more help. Is that it? Do I have it? No, that's not it, is it? That might be it. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. No, that's definitely not it. I can't find him, guys. I just can't. I try. I can't find him. Wait, 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 wait. See, I'm in the wrong. That's not what I wanted to do. Did citizens say? Did citizens say yes? Chat went by because I'm looking for Judge Van's link. You can play any of my content. All right, guys, we're going to play a little song while I continue to fumble around and look for Judge Van. If anybody has Judge Van's link, just give it to me. I can't find it. This might still be muted. Hold on. No, it shouldn't be.
Judge Fleischer in the night, wielding justice always right. Criminals are there in luck, cross him you're stuck like Chuck. In the courtroom he stands tall, justice in his gaze. Cross the judge you fall, to a fire you can't face. Stuck like Chuck, can't escape the crime. Judge Fleischer's words stay sharp in your mind. Sitting high in courtrooms light, seeking truth with all his might. Tailing horns if you misjudge, better heed the words of judge. Criminals, they shake and quiver, knowing judge delivers shivers. He'll give you what you earned. In his eyes the tables turn. He'll sprout tails and horns to those who dare defy. Lessons harshly learned under his sharp eye. Stuck like Chuck, can't escape the grind. Judge Fleischer's words stay sharp in your mind. Judge Fleischer in the night, wielding justice always right. Criminals are there in luck, cross him you're stuck like Chuck. Sitting high in courtrooms light, seeking truth with all his might. Tailing horns if you misjudge, better heed the words of judge. Stuck like Chuck, can't escape the grind. Judge Fleischer's words stay sharp in your mind.
I loved it. I thought that was awesome. I mean, it was really good. So I think I've decided right now I'm never ever gonna show Judge Van on this channel ever. I'm done. Look, if he's gonna make it that, if he's gonna play hard to get, then he can go. He's gonna have to come to me now. Yep. He's gonna have to come. Someone's gonna have to give me his link. I am. Wasn't it such a good song? I love that song. Yes, I'm pretty sure Victoria said that Fleischer heard it. I bet he loved it. I bet he did. I mean, I bet he was stoked when he heard that song. Yep, that's it. I'm playing Hard to Get with Judge Van. I can't find him. I don't know how to find him. So it's just crazy because I can find all the judges. I don't know why this one judge. I don't know why. I don't know. It's killing me. So you didn't sing that yourself? I like the voice. So you can just listen, no one will know. Just tell everybody you sang it. This is the internet. He did see it. He commented on it. It is really, I bet he was stoked. I could just see him. I could just see his little smile on his face when he heard it. I wonder if he pulled out his guitar and tried to recreate it. Okay, well, can you get your dog to go find me Judge Van's link? All right, guys. That was fun going through the goats. Going through the goats. But now we're gonna go back to our normal judges. The only goat we'll have is Judge Fleischer again. This is Citizens Channel. Absolutely. I mean, Van is great, but he's not Fleischer. He's just not. Still trying to find him. Anyways. I'm going to click this link again. And I know it's the wrong link. I know it is. Oh, look, the wrong link. O'Donnell? Yeah, I play O'Donnell all the time on here. We like O'Donnell. He swears a lot. Yeah, if you go back through my stream, you'll see a lot of O'Donnell. A lot of the Minecraft pixelated courtroom. I'll tell you a story about O'Donnell. Okay, so he's my cheat judge. He really is my cheat judge. So finding clips is like fishing, and not every day do I catch a fish. Not every day is there good stuff in court. It's just some days it's just all boring, right? I know that. I know that. Wait, hold on, Fossey. So Judge O'Donnell is my go-to judge when I can't find content. All I do is go to his stream. He usually gives me like a 30 or 40-minute piece of gold that I can use. So when I can't find anything else, I go to Judge O'Donnell. But he's my filler judge. But lately I've been going to him because I want to see what he's doing. Like he's moving up from filler judge to main judge in my mind. So I know I'm not going to find a link that shows Judge Van, but the videos that I see should have him in there because it's like this is the courtroom he should be in right here. Right? Like, so maybe this could be it? Are you thinking this could be it then, Fozzie? I know one of you has it saved as your subscriber. I know you are. All you have to do is send me that link. If you're a subscriber, just give it to me. Maybe this is it. I don't know. I'm gonna call her tomorrow and get the link from her. I'll call her. I'm gonna call her tomorrow and well, I'm sorry, today. Sorry. Today. Now, right here, Shane Van. I'm gonna call Stephanie Woods, the assistant, at this phone number. Oh no, maybe I'll send her a fax. Yeah. I'm gonna send her a fax. It's 14th district in Panama City, Florida. Yeah. See, I would play Judge Stevens more. I love Judge Stevens, but just like Manning and Simpson and Middleton, everybody covers them. That's why I don't cover them. You guys see them enough. You guys see them everywhere you go. And sometimes you see the same clips of them over and over and over again. And I do realize I do that with Judge Fleischer, but Judge Fleischer is mine to do. So I'm going to keep him. But I can't do the judges that everybody else does. That's boring. Boring. All right. Yeah, it's Bay County. It says it right here. Van, Vann. Oh, I love Judge Wolf. I love Judge Wolf. I know. So like when I was doing these clips today, legal, I just let Bannon go for a while. I didn't pick one clip for her or anything. I just sort of let her go and I started like almost from the very beginning and I just let her do her thing. I didn't even pick and choose. But that's because he's so good. He's so good. I mean, he talks to everybody. I like McBurney too. I really like McBurney. I love listening. He has that real deep voice. Although, I'm telling you guys, Magistrate John Link from Indiana. I have one clip of him where he is acts the best. I just love that one clip. I watch that guy all the time, and he has never done it. Never ever acted in the same manner once again. It drives me crazy because it was so good. He was so good. Okay, that helps me. So it is this site, and I believe you told me it's Thursdays or Wednesdays. So I just have to watch this site Wednesdays or Thursdays. Oh, Judge King is so good looking, yeah. And we also have that Colorado eye candy judge. But I don't even know what his name is. So I don't even think it matters. What is his name? I don't know if I've ever known his name. So I can't remember it because I don't know if I've ever known his name. He just has that little curly on the top, and he's very handsome. This is it. I think Fozzie is telling me point blank, this is Judge Van's page right here. This is it. And I have to see him live, and then he deletes it. He has a weird schedule. He either works 3 weeks on and has 3 weeks off, or 4 weeks on and 4 weeks off. Jasmine, you wouldn't have understood the court. It was too hard to understand in Judge King's courtroom today. I liked what the flight that Fletcher and the lawyers translated everything for me, and then Judge King nailed it. Judge John. Judge. I don't know who that is. Yes. Yes, I do. I even posted some of him um in my streams a while ago when I was doing body cam stuff. I haven't done body cam in a while though. I'm gonna need a little bit more information than that. The young judge that looks like he's in his mom's basement. I don't know. Now his head's not gonna fit into the chat room. Let me tell you about the birds and the bees. Yes. Florida police cams are fun. Every once in a while, I start looking around for like archived police cams, or not in YouTube, on the web, things that police cams that no one else has. But that would take me hours. I would have to use the Freedom of Information Act, and it's hard. I don't know what you're doing, Fozzie, but you go. You go, boy. Yep, I know, because we all get to see the same judges over and over and over and over again. But man, there's so many judges for us to choose from. There just are. But watching the goats today felt good. It's what we know. I don't know. It just felt good. All right, I'm gonna hop off. I hope you guys have a great Friday. Yes, it's Friday. I hope you guys have a great Friday. You guys are done. The work week's over. Victoria, I don't know if you work this week or not. I mean, next week. I'm sure oh yeah, you have a pro tem. You have a pro tem coming. I don't know. I might make everybody just watch Raul all week. Bye, Victoria. Have a great day. Tell Melissa we love her. All right, guys, I will see you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the super stickers and chats and the memberships. Legal You're gonna have to get there on time because I was late yesterday, so one of us has to be there on time. Just kidding. Linus got it. Linus is all over that. Bye, guys. Thank you.